So tell me, world, are you scared of the dark? When it all goes down and the lights go out, I'm not the one you wanna see. Some will and some won't, some do and some don't. Now tell me who you're gonna be. See, I couldn't really give a fuck if I am so unbearable. All that I really care about is that I'm uncomparable. They're bigger than me and they're quicker than me, but they know that nobody is sicker than me, cause they can kill X and they can kill Y.
Hello, welcome, Devil Sniper here. This is episode number 18, season number 5 of our career mode with West Ham United. And look at that, Nelson Oliveira is in Team of the Week, which is fantastic. He's playing so well for the club. So today's episode is going to be a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more chillax. We're going to have a little bit of a chat because of some great ideas floating around from the last episode in the comments regarding different bits and pieces, which was fantastic, and I want a chance to talk about them. Obviously, I don't want to make a separate video to talk about them because it just seems pointless, so I thought we could utilise this episode just to have a little bit of a chat. And as you can see, we're taking on Bolton at home in the Capital One Cup. Look at the team we're putting out. You know, we're putting out a very young side, a side mixed with youth players, you know, quite a few 16, 17-year-old players, and obviously we've got some experienced players. And how funny is this when you say one of your experienced players is John Guidetti, who literally is 23 years old. I mean, it's just mind-boggling that the depth we have of youngsters within West Ham at this moment in time is phenomenal, and it's actually a real joy because we have some real superstars in the absolute making. So, in the last episode, a few people commented, or one particular person commented about using the EA Creation Centre to create a under-18s and a reserve team, or aka a development squad. And that idea really sounds fantastic. So, I'm more than happy to do it if you guys want it. If you do, perhaps you guys can post below in the comments saying that you do want to see the under-18s and the development squad, etc., utilised and used. But would you like to see it as a separate series, as a separate sort of youth series, or would you like to see it integrated into the actual career mode itself, as Bizet scores a fantastic goal? And yes, I still have to thank you guys because I was so close to getting rid of him because of his one-star weak foot, but he's absolutely really good, and I think his one-star weak foot's a bit harsh. It definitely seems like a 3-star weak foot, to be honest. As my phone goes off, fantastic. So I definitely chuffed that we didn't get rid of him. Look at that goal we conceded though, it's very sloppy. So yeah, would you like a separate mini-series, or would you prefer it just to be integrated with the, essentially with West Ham TV as such? You know, what we could do is put one game into the episode and then concentrate a little bit on the youth side of it, show you some highlights of the under-18s playing, as we get absolutely torn apart by that run. Unbelievable. If he'd scored that, I think I would have cried. I would have cried, but it was a great run. Or would you, so we put one game into the episode of the actual main team, and a little bit of our background story of the main team, and then we move on to the West Ham TV side, and we put in the development squad or the under-18s, and particularly focus on, say, a couple of players who are coming up to the correct age to be signed and perhaps be promoted to the first team. I don't know how that idea grabs you guys. But it definitely struck me as a fantastic idea, to be honest, to use the EA Creation Centre. Obviously, if you do want that, I will make a start on it over the next week, building the teams and downloading them to my Xbox, of course. But do bear in mind that the EA, I don't know if you guys use the EA Creation Centre, it's pretty unreliable. Actually, the EA website is pretty unreliable. It crashes quite a lot. But hopefully they fixed that from last year, because last year it was constantly on the EA Creation Centre just crashing. And look at that, we gave the ball away in such a sloppy area of the field. So frustrating, playing such bad football at this moment in time is really not good, and we are playing so awful. It's I think I chose a good episode to do a little bit of a chillax sort of chat. And Ola John there with a nice little bit of skill, and unfortunately gives the ball away yet again. We're just not at the races. Really not playing well. Bolton are just utilising the fact we're playing a lot of inexperienced players. But you know, at the end of the day, I'm prepared to take this loss on the chin, because if you don't play the players, they're not going to improve, they're not going to get better, and what we need them to do is improve and get better and grow as quick as possible, so we don't get walloped like we just did by Bolton. A 3-1 defeat, and that's quite a heavy defeat, especially when you consider we took the lead. That we really sort of folded, collapsed, and got shat on from a huge height. But you know, it comes with the territory. You know, I don't know how you guys feel how I've made the step up to legendary. You know, on World Class we struggled. Season 1, Season 2 was a hard-fought fight. Season 3, Season 4 we sort of really came to terms with sort of World Class, and obviously Season 4 we really did sort of explode near the end with a run of fantastic form and winning everything. Well, not everything, but, you know, winning a huge amount of trophies. Season 5, we made that step up to Legendary. And I think at this moment in time, I think I'm pretty happy with my skill level on Legendary. I know I'm not the greatest FIFA player. Andy Carroll there, look, back on his old stomping ground, going for a cheeky Garmin. Look at that. Oh, come on, my son. Cool. I tell you what, if he found form, would we have ever signed him? You know, if he scored more goals than what he did, would we have signed him? That would have been interesting. What could have been? What could have been with Andy Carroll at West Ham? I reckon he would have scored a shed load of goals with us in Season 2, Season 3. But as we know, he went back to Liverpool, unfortunately. But there you go. So yeah, how do you think I've actually adapted to the step up? I know the international job at this moment in time is probably not going the way we all want it to go, purely because I just seem to get dicked on, and it doesn't matter what formation I seem to play, I just seem to get absolutely trampled upon, which is quite demoralising because you know, England actually have decent players, which is it's really, really weird. I suppose it's quite realistic, to be fair, but there you go. What can you say as Andy Carroll, no, heads the ball home after 49 minutes. Why didn't Butts come out for that? Come on, my boy. And look at this, Sissoko gifting the ball back to the opposition. Liverpool knock it back into Asadi, and he punishes us. That's depressing. That really is quite depressing. Absolutely gutted to see that slotted in. I really felt that was quite harsh. I took Filippo off here basically because he had a bit of an ankle injury, and I don't want to be overusing him at all. He had the little plaster. It wasn't actually a proper injury, but he had the plaster, and it said ankle. So I was like, change, get him off the pitch. We need to keep him as fresh as we possibly can, because we have a huge number of games coming up. Butler makes his first error of the season. I don't believe he made an error like that in Season 4, so he's got a couple of seasons without making a calamitous error. I mean, that's a highlight reel blooper. What the fuck was that all about? Absolutely demoralising. But we do pick up 1 goal through Benzia. Thankfully, you know, a bit of a consolation, give the fans something to cheer about. But a 3-1 defeat to Liverpool and a slump in form, back-to-back losses. You know, back-to-back losses, when you look at the scoreline, we lost 6-2, is quite demoralising. In fact, I'd go as far to say it's extremely demoralising to have lost. So, in other news, the West Ham complex is coming along quite nicely, slowly as you can imagine, because we have huge plans that will be revealed within those videos. I don't really want to go into the West Ham complex on this video, but what I will say is thank you for all the support on the first video. I know a few people didn't obviously like it, which is fair dues. If you don't like Minecraft, you don't like Minecraft. It's just something I thought would be quite good to integrate into this career mode. Secondly, thank you for all the support of offering your help. So if you do have an Xbox 360 and you do wish to donate some of your wonderful personal time to the West Ham complex, I will be most grateful, and I will reveal details in episode number 2 on Thursday regarding the whole process, the whole what we're going to do, how we're going to do it scenario. Basically, if you do dedicate time, depending on how much time you dedicate, there will be plots of land for you. But I'm going to go into that in that video. It's quite a cool idea with other things that we have in mind for it. But I'll reveal certain details in that episode because this is a career mode, and as you can see, 0-0 at half-time. Are we playing well? Not really. You know, our form has really slumped, and we can't put it down to anything. We've got some fantastic players. We've got some of the best players on the planet. I mean, Filippo is doing his utmost. Come on, Filippo. Come on, West Ham. Look at that shot, striking the bar. Go on, Oliveira. No. He's just put it wide, but it looks like the linesman had his flag up. God knows what the linesman had his flag up. No one was bloody offside, but look at Filippo again, knocking it into Oliveira into Guidetti. The shot takes a slight deflection and goes into the goalkeeper's hand, which is really annoying. But Guidetti's doing all the work, trying to take his ankles away there. That's disgraceful. And a heavy challenge from behind. Ref the fucking re. Come on, man. That was a horrible challenge. And look, now he's freaking down. This is not good. This is not good. Not good whatsoever. That's demoralising. You know, Guidetti is one of our star strikers, if not our star striker, and he's definitely in a world of pain. Look at his facial expression there. He is in a world of pain, so he's going to be literally going straight off to hospital to get a scan, and from the early indications, it looked like it could be a cruciate ligament injury, which could see him out for 4 months, which is something that we don't want to be seeing, but we can't officially comment because we're still waiting for the X-rays to take place and the MRI. But at this moment in time, the first indications from the doctor within the club is that it's a cruciate ligament injury, which is devastating. And speaking of devastating, Volokov has just scored for Lokomotiv, and we're 1-0 down. But we're never down, we're never out. The fans are behind us, the fans are singing, and Ben's here with a near post 80th minute equaliser to shed some much needed light on a very dark situation at this moment in time, with Gudetti being out injured and with the back-to-back losses. One that we can take on the chin, but one we truly can't against Liverpool in the Premier League. But Nelson Oliveira is trying to do his utmost to create something, knocking it back into Benzir. Benzir into Isco. Isco tried to go for a shot. Eduardo nearly pulls off the shot, but the opposition are defending in such a stout fashion, and unfortunately the referee blows the full-time whistle. West Ham United 1, Lokomotiv 1, and we eagerly await the situation on John Gudetti. Player injured. How long? How long? Come on, reveal it. Reveal it. Don't tease us, John. Please, don't tease us. We need to know. Is our talisman Gudetti out for months or weeks? 4 weeks! That's okay. 4 weeks is what? 6 weeks at maximum. Ooh, that's not too bad.